had on this trade. But before I go into this trade, I'm just gonna talk about um, what happened after I got over the PDT rule. Um, I went to Cali to like clear my mind and to kind of like refresh and rejuvenate myself. Um, I was over the PDT rule at some point. Um, I don't think I was trading. Um, I finally became over the PDT rule at. Took me a minute to looking back to see when. Um, April 5th, I came over to PDT rule. Um, what happened after that? So I went to Cali on Monday. Um, my flight was at like 5 p.m. So prior to my flight, I traded ticker symbol NNOX. I made 88.9 bucks, but I think I was down a large amount, and I ended up being on top 89 after me getting squeezed. And then while I'm in Cali, clearing my mind, I started coming to the realization that I really got to stick to shorting red days. Um, and if I happen to short a free first green day, the stock has to um, the stock has to pretty much have a offering and that's active and that is being used currently. Um, and looking at this stock that is shorted, it has an offering from June 6th, which I doubt. I'm kind of getting off topic right now, but June 6th, here's the offering. They're probably still shorting it now or dumping it now. But um, November 6th, I made 500, and I need to write this down. I don't remember which stock, and I have to go back and look and backtrack. But I made $583, and then the next day I made $160, and the next day I made 45. So while I was gone, and if I don't think um, no, sorry, Thursday I didn't trade. Friday I made $45. So um, Tuesday while I was in Cali, um, I shorted the stock. I made $583. Then the next day I made 160, and then that Friday I made 45 in the airport. I was up like I think $200 to $300, but I didn't take gains, and I kept challenging the stock, and it ended up bouncing on me. I quickly covered, and then started uptrending. But today I had my whole watch list set from the weekend. I made a watch list. Every stock I was watching, even on my scanner, nothing was moving. Nothing. It was very liquid. But knowing this stock right here, to me it was up a lot, which it from here. Um, to me it was up a lot. You know, um, after hours it spiked, came down pre-market, Pushed up, market open, it was fading, choppy, very choppy, then it uptrended. And then market open, which is today, or pre-market, I'm watching, I'm like, okay, it's down a little bit. It's red just by like 70 cents. Um, let me see if I can get it. It's red by like 70 cents. Um, I'm gonna short it closer to red to green or green to red. Um, and use that as my risk. Um, so looking here, and let me put the arrows in so you can see. I shorted here, as you can see. It started pushing up against me, and it gave me multiple chances to get out with a $7 loss. I didn't get out. I ended up losing like $234. I was a little bit upset with that, but I was like, that's not bad. I can recover from that. Um, I'm like, whatever. Then I tried shorting again here, thinking it was just gonna fade. It pushed up again. I covered. I was down. I don't know. Then I went on to another stock, SOS, and when I went on to SOS, I saw that it was pushing up. SOS had, I remember it had an offering, in a recent offering. It dumped all last month or 2 months ago, and it was pushing up. But when I saw it last week, it kept going up. It kept going up and dropping. All that will go up and then drop. So whenever I felt like it was time to short, based off of just price action, I was short. And then I did it here, and I shorted here. Because I think I traded this last week as well, one of the stocks. Um, Shorted it. Uh, I shorted it, and I shorted what 1,000 shares. 500 here, 500 there, 1,000. Started pulling back. I know this is a choppy trend. I think this was the stock that I traded on Friday. So I was afraid that it was going to bounce on me. So I covered when I made my 2-to-1 risk reward, which was I ended up I was risking 110, and I thought I was at 2-to-1, and I covered a little early, thinking it was time to cover. But the chart really wasn't telling me to cover, but I was getting closer to lower day, and I didn't want to be near lower day covering. So I covered here, made $193, and it kept fading without me. Um, which I'm cool with. Lower day was what? 536. It broke lower day. Did it go red on the day? Possibly. Yeah, it went red on the day, and I was bouncing back. I could long this right now because it's holding above red to green, or I can short it. I'm not fucking with it because that's not my strategy. And even if it goes red, you can consider that a first red day, but it's coming off so much off its highs. It's not really a first red day, and it just has multiple resistance, and it's not up much from. It's not up. It's not overextended, so it doesn't play into the pattern. But I just shorted it because um, I saw the opportunity, and I didn't mean to risk $100, but I was just looking to make a large gain, which is the wrong mindset. So going into today, after shorting it from here, I got squeezed up here. I was down $950. I was just like, what the fuck? How did I end up losing $950? The way I ended up losing $950 was because I started trading out of my pattern. First red days only. Yes, this has an offering, but this is too choppy. This chart is just too choppy. It has overhead resistance. I mean, it has no overhead resistance. Um, no overhead resistance. So you shouldn't be shorting a stock with overhead resistance, with no overhead resistance. And it's not those faders you be looking for, those fade all days that you be looking for. And then on the chart, it doesn't even show you that. On the yearly chart, I don't think it even shows you that. Well, right here, but this is all in one day. I mean, all in a long time frame. You need a fader like this, which just drops. So this wasn't just overall. This wasn't the stock I should have been shorting, and it just kept squeezing on me, and I ended up losing. I was down at 1.950. It covered at 950, covered to for a loss of 950, and then I longed it. I'll say about right here, and I was up 200 bucks, and I was trying to give it more time, but clearly it wouldn't go up, so I covered for a small gain. Overall, this was a bad trade. Um, I'm not regretting that I traded it, but I guess I'm still battling to be disciplined on trading only what's best for me. Um, am I mad at myself for doing this? Not really, but I just lost $1,000, bro. So all my gains from last week, I lost that, and I mean I was up. I made a total of what, to about 900 and something from today and last week, and I lost all that back in one trade, one stock, one day. So I'm practically right above, just above. I'm just above red to green, right? Not red to green, but PDT right now. Um, but it is what it is. I should have been more disciplined. If this stock continues to uptrend and break past high day, then so be it. But first red days only is what I should have been doing.